right, yeah, all you chumps. Let's talk about a little Trump, you chump. Chumps, chumps, Trumps, Trumps, Trumps. Trump for president! Yeah, woo! Dump the Trump! There's so many different sayings about this guy. Now, look, man, let's just get off Trump for a second. Let's just talk. Let's get real. You and I, we're going to get real right now. Let's get real. I want to get ill. I want to get real. I want to get real with you. I want to get real with you. Yeah. What are we going to do? Go straight or left? It's a pretty little place. I like it. I'm going to take a left. See if it's pretty down this way. I think this rainy day has made it feel kind of nice. Anyway, sorry, this is what I think. This is what I think a lot of those liberals who are, they're liberated. What does that mean? They're liberated. They're liberated. I'm liberated. I'm a liberal. I let anybody do anything. I just don't get it. I don't think they let anybody do anything. What I found what the liberals do is they don't let those, they take action and not let those that are different than them do what they want to do. It don't make no sense to me. That's not liberal. Let everybody, if I wanted to do or believe what I want to believe, why can't I believe that? I think drugs are bad. You think drugs are good. I think you doing drugs, a community of people doing drugs, hurts the community. If you're the only person in the world doing drugs, there's nothing to worry about. But when an entire community of youth are influenced by those doing the drugs, I don't know where I'm at. Hurricane evacuation. Let's go this way. Maybe we'll run into the river again. When an entire community of youth are hurt by a community of people doing drugs, then that's got to be stopped. That's bad. And then I hear the argument, well, alcohol, it's a drug and it's illegal. Well, you're right. Maybe we need to ban alcohol again too. Maybe we need to. Or maybe there's enough stuff legal that you can get high from that you don't need anymore. Maybe marijuana was not a gateway drug for you, but I have seen numerous people, many people, because I'm willing to get it outside of my own little comfort zones, get to know some folks that believe different than me. I've seen it destroy their lives. I've seen them move on from marijuana. I've seen them take marijuana and say that's not enough, and they mix it with opium. They'll have like a cigarette. It's marijuana and opium just because the high they got from marijuana was just not enough. Well, anyways, that's a little tangent there. That's really not what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about is this. Liberals have a problem with rich folks. All these libtards, or excuse me, I'll be nice to you. All these liberals, they call themselves progressives. These Democrats, they think that all the rich have the money. I'll talk about the 1%ers and all this stuff, and yes, they have more money than they've ever had before today. They've got all this money, and there's a gap happening between the rich and the poor. I know, but it's not the rich's fault. Let me tell you what. Whoa, look at there, look at that, look at there. Look at there, look at there, look at there. That's what I was looking for right there. I'm looking for right there. I'm looking for right there. The river. Gotta love the river. I don't know where I'm at, but yeah. What it is they believe that the rich have all the money, and because they have so much money, the poor don't have their share. They don't have their share of the pie. All right, well, let me tell you. You all hear about the growth of the economy. Well, the economy is the pie. And when they say the growth of the economy, what they're talking about is the pie getting bigger. You liberals think that the pie is just one size, that there's only so much money in the world. You think that money is limited. It's not true. Wealth or money, just like influence, is unlimited. There is an unlimited amount of wealth in our world. It's unlimited. Everybody can have a big old piece of the pie. You just got to make a bigger pie. You got to have leaders and followers that are willing to allow this pie, the economy, how do I say it, to stay in the oven long enough to cook and get nice and brown and gooey and ooey and ooey. I want some of that pie. You're making me feel so hungry. Well, anyways, and that's what's got to happen is you got to let freedom reign in the economy and allow people, rich, middle class, and poor alike, to all go and begin to cook their own piece of pie. If you take somebody else's piece of the pie and you give it to the people that don't have as much or have nothing, then all you're doing is make the pie smaller. You're not helping it grow. And that's what we need. We need people that are going to get this pie to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Now, the past years, everybody's been praising Obama about what's been going on. Yes, our pie or our economy is getting bigger, but it's at such a small rate that the people on the bottom, the people in the middle, the ones that haven't figured out how to make a lot of money, like the rich people have, they're just not getting a big of a piece. And here's the deal. The rich folks, the wealthy folks, the business owners that have figured it all out are millionaires. There's more of them now than there ever were before. You're not going to make their piece smaller. You're really not. They're going to figure out how to take their money because what they've done for themselves, they've turned themselves, they've reached a point where they're no longer just a business owner. They have become money managers. They know how to move their money around. Hello, dogs. Hello, doggies. How you doing, doggies? Hey, doggies. Hey. Yeah, you're fine over there. Hey, y'all. And, they're going to take their money and they're going to move it around. They're going to put it in places where the government can't get it. Let's say Bernie Sanders gets what he wants and he starts taxing everybody at these super high rate. Well, guess what? The rich are going to say, well, all righty. I'm just going to have to start thinking a different way of trying to put my money somewhere else. And they'll take their money and put it into a different country, a different bank, a different investment. It's not going to stay right here. They're not going to be hurt. It's going to be everybody else. I'm going to flip this around because I'm up in somebody's house right here. I don't want to be in somebody's house. Flip it around. All right, so knowing this, I mean, think about it. The pie is unlimited. All of you and we can all go and create our own wealth. It seems easier, I understand that. It seems easier, let's just, hey, look, he's got a whole bunch, more than he needs. He's got money he's wasted. Look at he's got that third house right there. This guy probably has a house in Atlanta. He's got a house in Montgomery. He's got a house on the beach. He got that house. Why does he need all that? Let's take half of his money. Let's take 90% of his money and we'll give it to everybody else who doesn't have as much. Yeah, that solves the problem. Whoa, y'all going crazy. Hey, little puppy dogs. Hey, puppy dogs. They're having fun, aren't they? Anyways, we're getting some dogs fired up back there. All of a sudden, you've got, all right, you start doing it, you start taking all that rich people money, and they're smart enough, they're money managers enough, that they're going to keep their money. They actually made them figure out ways to make money off the system that's taxing them even more than they already have. They might even do that. And that makes them even richer. And the poor, since the pie is not growing, the poor are going to have even less. It's going to end up, I'm going to say it's going to end up, all that taxing money, it's going to end up in where it does in Russia, where it does in Cuba, the new place that Obama has really made himself happy, ends up in the government's hands or the military's hands, and they get to figure out where all that money goes. It might go to a bunch of programs that basically just creates a couple of jobs. It makes the people that collect the money, the government, richer. I mean, you ought to throw the government in there as like it's a corporation. Where would the government fall into businesses if it was also a business? Would it be a poor business? Would it be a middle class business? Would it be a high class business? Would it be one of the 1%ers? The government and those that run it? Some of those people have been in there for 30, 40 years. They've been in there a long time, longer than I'm going to stay in the occupation I'm in. And I just wonder, now, let's kind of sum this up. The liberals, all you smart, intelligent folks who like to party, you guys are fun, like to have a good time. I hope you understand and see where I'm coming from. I want a place where the pie is getting bigger all the time. I'm talking big, real big. I like it big. I like big pie, and I cannot lie. No brother can deny that a big old pie is mighty fine. I like that pie. You see, I want that pie. I want that big old pie. You can't stop that big old pie, that big old pie, that big old ride, that you said pie, big old pie. Woo! Makes me happy because everybody could be able to get them a piece of it if they're willing to get off their little boop and get to work for themselves, for their family. Now here's the other thing, we're like, well, what about all the people that can't get up and work and take care of themselves and their family? Well, that's where, let me get back to my clock here. That's where you got to go back to where America all began. Now, America wasn't about the government taking care of everybody. Everybody was taken care of by their family and friends. Neighbor took care of neighbor. A neighbor had a problem, well, you go and you take care of them. That's where the whole tradition of when somebody gets sick or they're pregnant or whatever, having a baby or doing all this stuff, and it's like, what do we do? What do we do? Oh, the neighbor, he needs something to eat. They're sick. They need some food. Well, you know what? We're just going to have to take care of them. Let's go cook them dinner tonight. Let's go fix them up. And they didn't sit there and wait on the government. That's where the community comes from. That's where community comes from. Is people taking care of people. Not people screaming at each other, people complaining about everything that's going on, and trying to solve the problem by getting the government to take care of the people. No, the people literally reached in their back pocket, they reached in their checking account, they reached in their savings account, and they helped each other. Now that's what it's all about. You don't want the government doing it. You don't want that. That's an evil way. That's the way of, that's the way of totalitarianism. That's the way of these individuals that think they know better than everybody else. They start to look down and everyone's saying, yes, look up at me, give me your money, and I will give it back to you in the way that I see fit. But, I have to take my part. I'm not going to give you just all of it back. And I'm not going to give you it the way you think you need to get it. I'm going to give it to you the way I think I'm going to get it. That's what's happening when we have all these super high taxes, all these welfare programs. Welfare, the goal of welfare, I want you to think about it. What is the goal of welfare? To provide for someone. I don't agree with that. I mean, you might think that. Provide for our families, have food to eat and all this stuff. No, that's not the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal of welfare is to be able to get people off of welfare. The welfare program should have a very few people on it. They should be on there for a limited time, a short amount of time. It's not like wealth. That should not be considered wealth. That should be frowned upon. Anyways, that's my little tangent. That's my 2 cents. Have a little fun. Hope you enjoy the scenery. If you don't like my voice, turn it off. Let's watch the scenery. It's pretty nice. I'm out of here. Don't forget to always be amazing.